2 weeks ago, our peers at Singapore Physio launched a new clinic featuring some world-class, high-end, really expensive equipment, so I brought my team to try them out. For this video, I'm going to hop behind the camera, walk you through the tour, and then come back to the studio to elaborate more about the equipment. If you're new here, this is Jing Chun, founder of Allset, a physio and personal training company. Let's get into it. First up, we tried the fast-twitch isokinetic machine for quads and hamstring. According to Bevan, founder of Singapore Physio, the guy who set up this machine was actually on the way to set up another one at LeBron James' place. He made a stop at Singapore to prepare this for the opening before heading to the States. We'll tell you more about this special machine in a bit because it's easier if we first show you around the whole place, which includes another machine from the same company, Fast-Twitch Isokinetics. Compared to the previous one that works your quads and hamstrings, this one here is for the shoulders, and it also can be configured for the elbows. Next up, we tried a whole bunch of equipment from Bulk Performance, another Australian company. According to their website, they have a bunch of top-tier clients from the English Premier League, NBA, as well as other professional organizations. We got to experience the NOTBOARD, which tests your hamstring strength, the force frame, which can be used to test your adduction strength among others, as well as the dual force plate, which can be used in a number of ways as well. After that, we tried out a flywheel system from Eccentric, a Swedish company, which gives you a different stimulus compared to other types of resistance training. Lastly, we also tried out the Lever Runner, which is a cheaper version of the anti-gravity treadmill. These days, it's commonly used by many top athletes not just for rehab, but also for training. That brings us to the end of the quick tour, so let's go back to the studio to talk about what makes this equipment so special, as well as our thoughts on them. So after the tour, my team talked about the equipment among ourselves, and I think the biggest thing that stood out for us is the use of data. For example, a physio or coach can tell you your right hamstring is weak, and that may be right or may be wrong, but you wouldn't know for sure, or at least what they exactly mean. But with this equipment, the physio can not only be sure that they are correct and precise, they can also tell you, for example, your right hamstrings produce X amount of force. According to the data provided by Bulk, your right hamstring strength is in the bottom X% of your age group, and your right hamstring is X times weaker than your left. Likewise, with the force plate system, you can find out exactly how much imbalance you have between your right leg and left leg for different movements. With the help of other Bulk equipment, you can also check the data for other body parts as well. Apart from being able to produce such data, the other thing that stood out to us was the use of different equipment to make rehab safer, more efficient, and more effective. One straightforward example is the lever, which reduces impact on every step when you run. A second example is the flywheel, and for those new to the equipment, research in 2017 and 2021 have actually stated that flywheel training is more effective than traditional resistance training. So if you know how to use it appropriately, it's a great equipment to have. Finally, the last equipment we're going to talk about is the isokinetic fast-twitch machines, which varies its resistance according to the amount of force you produce. The harder you push or pull, the harder the resistance. This is something you might have experienced on exercise bikes with increasing resistance as you try to pedal harder, and as for these machines, they isolate different areas of your body, minimizing the impact on your joints. It also shows you the speed at which you are pushing and pulling the levers, allowing you to track the amount of imbalance you have, as well as the progress you make. Ultimately, if you think about it, there aren't many ways to train your power output without loading your joints during rehab. This machine allows you to do that because of its varying resistance both pulling and pushing, and that's what makes this machine really special. With that, we conclude our walkthrough of all this premium equipment. If you found this interesting, do check out our videos in our gym review playlist and gear review playlist. Also, do comment if you know of any other interesting gyms we should feature, and subscribe for more of such videos. Till next time, take care.